Hi everyone, this is from We Can to We Can. I'm your host, Trinity Jagdeo, and today we have a very special guest with us, Mark Fleming. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Mark?
Yeah, sure. My name is Mark Fleming. I am the owner and operator of Equally Fit, which is a fitness studio in Tampa, Florida, that works primarily with individuals with disabilities. What sets us apart, though, is that I'm an individual with autism as well.
That's incredible, very inspiring. What do you do on a daily basis?
So I do all my social media, I clean, I create programs, I interact with my clients that I may or may not have that day, depending on if I need to get payment, if they're canceling for some odd reason, if they need to reschedule, all that plus advertising and the books, just everything you can do.
That's awesome. So you are really the head honcho over there.
Yes.
My next question for you is, what inspired you to start this?
Yeah, so my education is in exercise science. So right after grad school, I ended up actually working at an ABA company as a behavior assistant. And so I volunteered with Special Olympics as well during that time. And what I saw is the kids that were going through PT and OT and had muscular deficiencies. I saw in the adults that I coached in Special Olympics that were in their 30s and 40s. So obviously seeing trends, I noticed that there was a huge activity gap. And so pretty much I was like, you know what, I work well with this population. There wasn't much being done in this area, so I packed up my car with a bunch of equipment and just started doing it.
That's awesome. Is there anybody that helped you along the way that really pushed you to do what you're doing right now?
Um, yeah, my parents kind of thought I would be good at this when I was in school. But everybody that goes through exercise science either is doing it for physical therapy, occupational therapy, going to teach, or they want to train top level athletes. And so I was more in the athletes because sports was big for me growing up. And so since I didn't grow really tall or really big, I ended up wanting, hey, at least I can get in that way, But um, every hint, there were hints along the way, the universe kind of just lets you know, hey, this is what you need to be doing. And so it took a while, but it finally got there.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. What has your company done during the pandemic? Has there been any setbacks, or have you guys excelled, or has it been kind of in the middle?
Um, there were some pretty big setbacks at the beginning. I think I had a month and a half where the studio was closed, and due to concerns and everything, I wasn't even doing virtual, and so I had to switch to virtual for a while. Fortunate enough, Florida opened up pretty early, which was, I mean, scary, but I needed to open. So once that happened, I was able to get the majority of my clientele back, which was great. I only lost like 3 or 4 people, which is understandable. And then slowly just gaining people back, having 2 of my best months since I've opened the gym when it comes to bringing people in and talking to them and stuff like that, trying to get them to get sessions and whatnot. So it's been very bad, but towards the end now of the year, it's getting really good.
That's awesome. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for continuing to push through the pandemic. What advice do you have for the world?
Geez, well, that's very open-ended. So, but just take that individuals with autism and disabilities in general can do so much more than you probably think they can. And if given the opportunity, they can excel in what they want to and have a fulfilling life. And are actually pretty cool people. So,
Absolutely, I have to agree. A lot of the society places this we can't kind of label on the disability community. And so that's why From We Can't to We Can has the name that it has, because we like to show the world that you guys absolutely can. We can as a community. So thank you for embodying that message. Thank you so much for being on our show. We really appreciate you taking out the time out of your day to really advocate and inspire others. We actually want to gift you exercise equipment from We Can to We Can. Wanted to do this for your company. So thank you so much.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Of course. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was our at home series, and we will see you next time.